Maybe you can't get over that thing that you've been worried about or obsessed about because you're just boring. Like, I don't know, maybe if you had something else to do or something else to think about, you wouldn't be so fixated on this one thing. Not saying that that thing's not still going to be an issue, but maybe you're not going to be so consumed with it. This is a conversation I had with myself about 7 months ago. There was an issue going on in my life that I had been really torn up about. I was healing and doing all these things to make right of my life and to get through all of the stress and the worry from all the things that had happened. But for some reason, I just couldn't get over this event. Now, granted, when I was having that conversation with myself, I was being a little bit more critical than I am with myself now. And it was a little shame-based. I wouldn't call myself boring now, but I would ask myself, does this situation that I'm ruminating over require as much energy as I'm giving it? Obviously, if you pop your tire, it's important to call a tire place and go get your tire fixed. But I have to be honest, the reason that I started this TikTok, and one of the biggest things that made me shift gears in the way that I coach my clients, is I just started experimenting with different things and figuring out what works for me, and that changes sometimes. That's why I named my TikTok and my coaching business Self-Experimenting. At one point in time in my life, I really hated asparagus, but now I really like it if it's cooked right. But I had to realize that the only job that I had to do as a human, besides paying my bills and doing things like that, was just figuring out what works for me. What makes my life peaceful and fulfilling and just fills me with bliss and joy or just contentment. And so I've just been experimenting with that. This past Saturday, I went to a 3-hour class to learn how to fly a plane. And here in a few days, I'm going to go on my first discovery flight to figure out if I want to be a pilot. To be honest, it was never really something that I thought about, but who knows, maybe I'll love it. Later on tonight, I'm talking to a guy named Miguel, and he is from Colombia, and he is going to be teaching me Spanish over Zoom for $15 an hour. Maybe I'll be fluent in Spanish one day, maybe I won't. Genuinely do hope that I enjoy learning Spanish though, because I do want to learn it. However, I am not forcing myself to learn or do things that I don't want to do anymore, just for the sake that I've spent so much time doing it. If there is a habit or a hobby that I don't enjoy doing anymore, I'm either going to switch the way that I approach it, I'm going to put it on the shelf, or I'm just not going to do it anymore. Currently right now, I'm learning how to propagate different houseplants, and I'm so excited about that. Now I have 30 houseplants. I have different monsteras, I have different types of pothos, I have different types of succulents, I have this, I have that, and that brings me so much joy, at least for right now. That's all that matters, is just right now. And I love having these random things that I'm trying or doing because it fills my mind with different things to think about other than my trauma or how the world is unsafe. And each one of these plants costs $3 to $5. My Spanish lesson costs me $15. This is doable, guys. But what hobby could you do if you had 30 minutes to spare every single week? Let me know in the comments. You have the best day.